Hi, I'm the Smoking Elk, and today we're cooking a beautiful pork leg joint on the Somerset Grills Glastonbury Asado. This beautiful bit of kit next to me here is the Glastonbury Asado from Somerset Grills. Now, I've had my eye on one of these for ages, and now I get to have a little play with one. So I'm going to be cooking a pork leg joint with some lovely crispy crackling on the rotisserie for this, but first I want to talk you through some of the features and how this works. So this essentially is for cooking with fire. Cooking with logs is the best way to get the most out of it. You can use charcoal, but really, if you really want to have fun and you really want to immerse yourself in the cook, then this is designed for cooking with logs. Now, you can get your fire on the go in here. Let's just take this drawer down here. So in here is where you'll get a fire on the go, so you get some logs in there, getting them burning away, getting them burning down to a nice bed of embers, and then you can start to cook over that. Then you've got the grill here, so you've got these lovely V-bar grill grates here, and I've also got a little chapper on here as well, or a little plancher. And the way this works, you'll notice here that we've got this rod here, we've got these chains here, and we've got this wheel here. To get it closer to the heat or further from the heat, let's just use this nifty little wheel here. So obviously you can see there, if you want to take it down closer to the heat, get some more heat, get some more colour on whatever it is you're cooking. If you want to take it further away, it's getting too much, then we can just take it right up to the top, like that. Really nice feature, really simple to use. So that's that part, but also back here, we have an Ember Maker. So again, you can have a fire on the go in here, and then the embers are going to drop through these little holes that we've got in the back here, and then we use one of these to scrape those coals around the fire bed. And again, we can get to control the heat by using this, using the coals, and you can build up as big a coal bed as you want, you can build up as little coal bed as you want, and you just use this to scrape it around and control your heat, control your temperature. So it's a completely different way of cooking, but it's one of my favourite ways to cook. Another feature I love about this grill is you've got these sear grates here. So if you want to get a lovely finish on a steak, you want to get that caramelisation, you want to get that crust over intense heat, then you've got this right above the Ember Maker there, so you can pop on your meat, get that caramelised, get that seared. So that's a lovely feature. And also these grills up here, they're interchangeable. So if I don't want to use this chapper or this plancher, I can just take that out and just pop in another set of grill grates. Just like that. Really easy, and it does come with a bigger one of these as well. So this is a small one, there is a bigger one, so I can just take out two of these lots of grates and put the bigger one in there as well. So absolutely fantastic. But today I'm going to be using this, which is the rotisserie, because it also has a rotisserie attachment available for it. Now this just sits in there like that, and again what we'll do is we'll remove these grill grates here, and then the fire is going to sit underneath, the pork is going to be spinning above the fire, and again we can just adjust it closer to the heat or further away from the heat as and when we need to. So without further ado, let's crack on with the pork. I want to get lovely crackling on this pork, so I've got a pork leg joint here. The skin has already been scored on there for me, so it's going to make a really simple rub to go in there, which is going to consist of rosemary, garlic, some fennel seeds, because pork absolutely loves fennel, a bit of salt and pepper and a bit of oil. So first thing I want to do is just take some fennel seeds and bash them up in here, and then we're going to chop the rosemary, mix it all together and get it all over this pork. So let's just crack on and get going. So that's the pork ready. Like I said, nice easy marinade, all flavours that pork loves. So I'm going to thread this onto the rotisserie, and then we want to get a fire built. So I'm going to take out these grill grates there. We don't need them for now. I'm going to get a fire on the go. Start with a few kind of bigger logs at the bottom and go smaller as you go up to the top. Use some kindling on the top. I'm going to use the top down method because I want to get the fire going. I'm going to start using the heat almost straight away. So what I mean by top down is you have your logs, You have your kindling, get your fire lighters on the top, you light it, and the fire will eventually work its way down. But I'm going to start using that fire early on. So let's get the fire lit, and like I said, we just keep an eye on it. If we need more heat in there, we're obviously going to put some more logs in there to keep it topped up. The smaller the logs and the drier the logs, the quicker it is, the quicker it's going to catch. If you want an instant burst of heat, just use smaller splits. And of course, we can use this wheel here to just increase the temperature or decrease the temperature, get closer to the fire, further away from the fire. So you see how this works. So let's get this on a rotisserie. When this is almost done, when we're happy with the crackling, when we're happy that the internal temperature is around about 63 degrees, I'm going to get some potatoes on the go, which is just some parboiled potatoes. I'm going to put them in a pan with a bit of bacon, a bit of rosemary, and just finish them off, get a lovely colour on the potatoes as well. So let's crack on. We go. We've achieved the crackling that we're looking for. Happy days. To talk through the cook, I mean, that was really enjoyable. Like I said, cooking over fire is immersive, it's fun. A little tip for the crackling. Now obviously that's been spinning around over a moderate fire because you don't want it to get too hot, because you don't want it to flare up too early. But when you do want to achieve that crackling, the point there at the end, feel free to just stop the rotisserie, have the fat facing down over the fire, but just keep an eye on it, because within a minute or two you're going to get all this blistering come up. So you know, don't be worried if it doesn't look like you're getting the crackling. Just stop the rotisserie, crank the heat up, a little bit more fire under there, and this is what you're left with. We've got this beautiful crunch on there. We've done some potatoes as well. Now the potatoes have just gone in the pan with a bit of a diced pancetta, potatoes, salt and pepper and a bit of oil. Really is simple. Cooking with fire should be simple flavours, because you get the flavour from the fire. Got some cherry tomatoes in there, a bit of asparagus, but the star of the show is pork. So let's just slice in and listen to the crunch and just see how we've done with the pork. We've done wonderfully. Let's take another slice. Crackling. Oh, we've certainly achieved the crackling there, and we've got beautiful, beautiful, crispy crackling. I know this is going to taste good because of the flavours we put on there, because of the flavour from the fire. Ah, what a fun cook. So pork leg joint with crispy crackling. We've got pancetta potatoes with cherry tomatoes, asparagus, all cooked over fire on the Glastonbury asado from Somerset Grills. The only thing left to do is just have a little taste of the pork, a little bit of the crackling on a smoking elk. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.